Sounds like some like DSP thing.
Hello internet, I hope you're having the bestest day ever. In a recent video, I tried out the Dell XPS 15 laptop for the very first time. I was reminded how fast Adobe Premiere runs on the latest processor and, well, on a PC. For the past few days, I've been testing out 3 different laptops. Me personally, I want to change up what I use day to day for video editing with my laptop because my current setup is the 2017 MacBook Pro. I took to Twitter to see what you guys want to see in terms of a laptop comparison. Well, you had a lot to say. Thank you to Intel for sponsoring this video. It was very, very exciting news that Apple just updated their latest MacBook Pro line with the 8th generation Intel Core i7 processor. Yes! So let's talk about the Microsoft Surface Book 2, the Dell XPS 15, and also the brand new 2018 MacBook Pro. All powered by the 8th generation Intel Core i7, which means power, speed, and multitasking. They all have very similar specs with 256 gigabytes of SSD, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and of course the Core i7 processor. There are variations in terms of what graphics cards they're using. The XPS is $2,000, the MacBook Pro is $2,400, and then the Book 2 is $2,500. These are definitely on the spectrum of higher end laptops for creators. So I'm going to match up the ideal machine with the ideal creator. Let's talk about the first creator. It's a filmmaker, a content creator, a person who's doing a lot of video editing. First things first, render times. So we have the first 10 minutes of this week's podcast on the line. So it's dealing with some audio tracks, 2 different layers of video, and then a Lumetri color grade over these clips. So I'm gonna export the first 10 minutes. This is the Microsoft Surface Book 2. The Surface Book came out on top. However, currently, Adobe Premiere is optimized for those CUDA cores, developed by NVIDIA for computing on GPUs, so it makes sense that the Book 2 with its GTX 1060 is the fastest. Apple's video editing software, Final Cut X, is obviously optimized for Apple hardware, so it wasn't a shocker when the render times out of Final Cut were so much faster. Wow, 1 minute, 27 seconds. If you ever use the actual speakers out of your laptop to edit or jam to music, the MacBook speakers by far sound the best. And also, the massive trackpad is glorious for swiping in between the creative applications and just editing. It's so smooth. Thanks to the Core i7 processor, 4K footage runs pretty smooth on all of these machines in terms of scrubbing when editing. When using Final Cut in the MacBook Pro, it steals the show. So what creator would I pair up with this new MacBook Pro? The video editor. The trackpad is like no other laptop, and if you're using Final Cut X, it's game over in terms of speed. Now, if you're a Premiere user like me, I think you are going to have more success with speed on something like the Dell XPS. When editing with the Book 2, I really couldn't get over the tiny trackpad. It wasn't the best experience as I shuffled through footage and I was trying to edit in Premiere. The second type of creator is the photographer and designer. Some of the things that I love about the Dell XPS 15 is the beautiful 4K display. The trackpad is one of the best PC laptop trackpads I've experienced. The build is solid and the quality is on par with a MacBook. It's fast in Premiere, and the fact that it's a 2-in-1, that makes it a convenient and very cool entertainment hub. The only downfall is that the screen is oversaturated. So here's a previous picture I took. I posted it to Instagram. This is an example of how it looks on my phone. This is how it's gonna look to most people on their iPhone or whatever phone they use. It looks almost exactly the same on the MacBook Pro, but look at the Dell XPS. The skin tones are very heavily oversaturated. So what you're gonna have to do is somehow figure out how to calibrate this display. I couldn't find an easy fix in the settings, so I'm starting to think the only way to fix it is to use an external hardware calibrator thing. You know, those things. So this is why the Surface Book 2 kind of takes the cake for photo editing and designing. One, the aspect ratio. It's a 3:2 aspect ratio, which is kind of crazy, but that means it's taller than your typical laptop screen. It's not 16:9, but that means you're gonna have extra vertical space. The display is a lot brighter than the MacBook Pro, and it has ports. Yes, it has all of the ports, guys. So guess what? You just took some pictures and you need to put it into your laptop and start editing. Well, it has an SD card slot. You're not gonna be using dongles with this thing because it has USB 3, USB-C, and SD. The fact that it's also a 2-in-1, just like the XPS, makes photo editing a lot of fun. You can just put your hand on the screen with your pen and apply a mask or a filter. It's kind of awesome. Being able to use the Book 2 as a tablet is, I think, an automatic win for designers, but something else that is just super nice about it is the pen. You know, you can add shortcuts, you can double tap the pen, screenshot maybe a website that you're reviewing with a client, and you can automatically add markup to it. After you're done, shoot it off as an email and boom. Most of the guts of the computer, besides a battery and the graphics card, are actually in the screen, so you can use it as a tablet. So it is a little awkward how it is very top heavy. Usually most of the parts for laptop are in the bottom, but this makes this computer the most diverse one. If you don't already own a tablet of some sort, I could see how the higher price tag could make sense because you get a powerful laptop, but also just a standalone tablet. However, I still think the Surface Book 2 price is like, it's a little bit too high, still a little bit too high. The beautiful display, the ports, the SD card slot, and the 2-in-1 factor, I think it is a huge win for photographers and designers. The 8th generation Intel Core i7 processor is at the center of these machines, and the performance is impressive. The touchscreen precision is synonymous with a pen and paper, and 4K footage is scrubbable, even with effects on it. And the very last section is actually what I'm most excited about. It's the gamer. Should gamers even have laptops? Well, sure. So let's see if these computers can stand up to some video games or PC games. I don't know. This is my first. You're gonna see. Yesterday I played PC games for the first time ever. If you guys want to see a little bit of gaming on the new MacBook, I did that in my previous video. But right now, we're gonna focus on these two PC machines. Chris, you are the gamer that we're bringing in here because I want to bring in.
You play a lot of Overwatch.
Yeah. Okay. So he plays a lot of Overwatch. So he's gonna show me the ropes. I want to try to play this game, but I wanted some experience in here because I'm more the angle of video editing, photography, design. I'm more on that creative side, but I know a lot of you guys want to also game on these machines. So, Overwatch. Do you think I got Overwatch chops?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I mean, you played Halo before, right?
Dude, Halo was my jam.
This should be pretty easy then.
So we're in OBS. This is a free software to record and stream from your computer. You can download it Mac and PC. Time for Overwatch. Pew, 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 pew,
Real
pew.
game sounds.
Yeah.
But Overwatch basically is a 6 versus 6 shooter, first-person shooter. But it's not so simple in that everyone's a human, everyone has the same gun. They're called heroes. So each hero has a different set of abilities and skills and uses. So there are people who just shoot, but then there's also tanks who take damage. There's healers who heal. So it's a team game. So there's 26 different heroes. They all have like different backstories and stuff. There's different game modes where one is like King of the Hill style, where you have to control a point. Another one's an escort map where you have to escort like a payload through a map. We'll just go to like the practice range. Left click is shoot.
Okay. Guys, if you don't see a video from me next week, that means I've just like gotten really into PC gaming. I'll start a Twitch channel.
Or like the big boots. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay.
So I killed someone, but then I killed myself.
So far the biggest enemy is
There's a marker is
just the map right now.
Yeah.
When you start to learn about everything about it, it becomes like really fun, like really action-packed, This laptop's running pretty well though.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's recording in 1080.
Yeah, it's totally playable. We're at 30 FPS. The fact that it's recording this is really good. It's not even that hot.
Okay, see look, now we got...
This is great.
This is amazing, this looks amazing.
Totally playable.
So 70% or 70 FPS, 80 FPS.
Look at the temps, 77 now. That's a lot higher because it's like letting it use all that power.
Right. So many of the components are in the tablet of this computer. So the only thing down here is going to be one of the batteries and the graphics card. So So your keyboard isn't gonna get as hot as what we were dealing with the XPS. Did I just kill that guy?
Yo. What the hell? What the hell? I was like some like ESP thing. Like,
when you got it, you got it.
This screen is really nice. I mean, this is probably the best screen, one of the best screens I've ever played this on. Like,
I was pleasantly surprised by the Dell XPS 15 and its ability to multitask with decent gameplay and also being able to record at the same time. And the beautiful 4K display, the fact that it is a little more oversaturated actually made these games look amazing. The Book 2 gameplay was upwards of 60 frames per second consistently, so even though it couldn't record at the same time, it gamed very well. So all you gamers out there who want to game on the go, good news. The laptop that did the best was the one with the lowest price, the Dell XPS. I hope this video was helpful and gave you some insight into these higher end, more expensive laptops. Also check out the Intel link and you can learn more about these 8th generation Core i7 processors. So let me know if you like this video and leave in the comments below if you want to see me test out another type of laptop. Shout out to Intel for sponsoring this video. Until next time guys, stay peachy. Okay, bye!